Alright, this is with the Flip Mino. It's non-HD, and we're going to go over some of the video setups. Especially the last couple videos I've done, the in-dash cams, got a lot of questions. And I get a ton of videos every time I do underwater about what camera I'm using. Forgive the planes overhead here. Still camera I bring with me a lot is the Canon SX100IS. Terrific camera. One of the first cameras, still cameras, to do live, what they call live in view. And you can adjust all the aperture, the exposure, shutter speed, all that stuff, and you'll actually get a live view in the display of what that's doing. If you lower the shutter speed, it'll actually darken your view back here. And if there's more interest, maybe I can do another video on it. I do have a digital SLR that I use for some of the pictures you see that I do in front and in closing in some of the videos. The Flip Mino that I'm using currently to do the video is sort of a backup camera. It's a really small camera that I always put in the Max Position Kodak, and it's nice for, you know, if I happen to see something I want to take a video of, something cool on the side of the road, police, fire, anything like that. Now, my tripod of choice, I've had a few Gorilla Pods, but I've gone to something smaller and lighter, and this is the Ultrapod 2. This is the same people that make all the Light My Fire and Sporks and stuff like that. Same company, and it just works out great. I'll make a tripod out of branches, or I'll find a tree branch, or even just a straight stick in the ground. You attach with the Velcro. Here's an example. Some of the earlier videos I did where it was on the side of the truck, where I was actually using little posts that connect my mirrors. Since it's an older truck, it's not actually part of the door like a lot of newer cars are. And you simply just secure it to any post with the Velcro. It's got a two-way swivel here, a complete ball assembly, so you can pretty much adjust it any direction. Now, for my in-dash cam, what I have on here is a it's stuck on there pretty good. It's essentially a suction cup. There's a small plate that I glued onto my dash, so it has a nice firm surface. I could use the window, but it vibrates pretty good. And this holds my GPS. Well, that clip comes off, and all I've done is electrical taped it on there when I was trying it out. And I did try it on the window, and you get a little bit more shaky. And what this allows me to do, get a side shot here, is I can rest a little foot right on the dash. So not that it's supported here, but it's actually supported on the dash. And that, as long as my windshield is clean, I don't have a bunch of dog nose prints on here. It's a real secure picture, and essentially you're looking right over the hood. Like I said, I did try it up higher on the glass, but you get a pretty good shimmy because it's not really super tight, but it works very well, and I'm happy with it. The only thing I need to do is this 40-year-old truck needs to have better sound insulation, because I've got engine noise coming up through here, and you hear a lot of that through the video. Alright, we got an overcast day outside. It's about just before 5 o'clock, and this is the Canon still picture in video mode. There's a Flip Mino. This is non-HD. Alright, the Kodak Playsport. This is in the WVGA mode. We're in HD 720p. HD 720p 60 frames per second. Some of you guys were wondering, this is what I was using in some of the in-dash cam views. Alright, HD 1080p. This might not come quite across because usually by the time I encode the video, I'll encode it in 720, so I don't think you quite get the 1080 aspect. And then also I don't know if the lower quality images will be increased because I'm rendering it in 720. Well, I'm out here having the fire going. Gonna get a couple other videos to finish off. Now, this is gonna be for some of the equipment I use, and I've got a whole bunch of other videos, but I kind of wanted to do a little tail end blurb about them. I do use primarily, you'll see me use the Kodak Playsport. You may have seen the video where I had problems with the software. Well, that hasn't really gotten fixed, although with my move and everything, I haven't really looked for an update. Essentially what it was doing was I could put a bunch of clips together and I could edit each one individually, but if I went to preview what I was going to be rendering into a video to make sure everything was kosher, it wouldn't work. Anything I tried to preview would turn to black and then would permanently be black. So that was the issue. So I mean, I haven't really gone around it. All I'm doing is I'm editing each clip, put it into my pictures, my captions, and then I'm rendering the video. And then I watch it before I upload it to make sure everything's good. And I can always go in and cut stuff out. Thank you for the suggestions of using other software. I did purchase a couple other softwares. One was the Sony Vega and a couple others that happen to be on sale at like a Best Buy or something. My little 3-year-old laptop, $400 laptop that I used to do these, especially with HD, doesn't really like those programs. It's really a lot to render with HD without a lot of processing power and stuff with this old laptop. So down the road I may get something else, although this was my first laptop. I've always built my own home desktop units, and I really like laptops. They're really convenient, but I don't have the power that I've had before that I'm used to. I also was working so much that I wasn't doing any gaming that I used to do, so that wasn't an issue with the graphics card and stuff. Basically it was mostly online and emailing and doing pictures, and then slowly got into YouTube. But I will roll in this at the end of the I'll probably call it Beast Studio video. And if you have any questions about what I use, the only piece that I didn't really put in this was the one that I've done a review on already, which is the Eagle Eye sunglass camera. And I've used that, but when I go to edit it, you can clearly see a quality difference, and it's also hard to tell what you're taking a picture of, like I mentioned in the video, with those sunglasses. They're neat, and they're not, I wouldn't say gimmicky, but I don't use them a whole lot, and when I do, I'm not real sure what I've got until I get back to edit them, and a lot of times I just leave that out. But if you have any questions about the stuff I use, primarily 90% of everything I do, even some of the photos I take, are with the Kodak camera. Again, I had this camera sitting on the log before when the rainstorm started. I don't worry about it getting wet. I love that fact, but I really do miss the micro feature. And this thing is rugged. If you could see what it looks like now, it is no longer really white. I've been taking a lot of truck videos and working on my truck a lot, so it's holding up really well. But again, I haven't even had a year yet, so we'll see. And I imagine they will fix the software, because I didn't have a problem with it with previous things. So I will quit my rambling and attach this to the end of the video. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much, guys.